Stark.
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
Viserys.
Oh, Viserys. Is that how you say his name? Viserys. Viserys.
Viserys Targaryen.
Harry Lloyd is, don't know.
Oh, that's Khaleesi's brother. What was his name?
Viserys Targaryen.
Syrio Forel.
Syrio Forel.
Syrio Forel. Oh, not today.
Florius? No, oh God.
Syrio.
Oh, the sword master. Can't remember his name either. I was drunk at the time.
Syrio Forel. But he's not, we don't know he's dead, do we?
Shay. No one knows her last name.
Oh, Shay.
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 That is the beautiful Sibel Kikil who played Shay.
Oh, Doggy?
Oh, which one's that?
That's not Ghost, that's the other one. That's, is it Princess?
That is... Is that Ghost? Oh, crap.
No, a lady. Oh, it's close.
Lady, my Zuni. She's so cute.
You're the only one to ace it.
Look at this. She's so cute. That's my dog.
Rob Stark. That's Rob Stark.
And that is
Rob Stark.
Rob Stark.
How to pronounce Saoirse Ronan?
It's actually...
Eh mais c'est quoi?
Do we have any fans of Game of Thrones in the house? Can't hear you. Try that again. Game of Thrones fans! That's what we're talking about. The enemy is real. It's always been real.
Thank you. You're awesome. Just for being here. She's like, I love it. I just want to buy things. I'm not even. Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
This morning, they came and gave me, like, someone gave me this, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect.
Crazy kids. Although there are a couple of things I want to bring back to some friends, so I'm going to go.
Half an hour sleep. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing? You good?
How did you... Now, I want to ask you, Isaac, something. You took a lot of anger. A lot of people on Twitter blamed you for Hodor's death. You took a lot of anger. I wanted a really awkward conversation. How did you feel about that? Twitter, they got mad. They were saying, hey, that's your fault.
Yeah, I woke up to a torrent of you brands and all sorts. I had to say, guys...
Isaac, if you're going to talk that way, you're not welcome here. I'm kidding. Please, all the F-bombs you want.
Oh my God.
But did you feel... Christian, how did you interpret it? Did you interpret it that it was his fault?
Well,
Was there any bitterness toward... Are the stars and creators of the Emmy award-winning HBO series Game of Thrones. Please welcome executive producers D.B. Weiss, David Benioff, and from the cast, Luan Rayon, Conleth Hill, Natalie Emmanuel, Katie Barnsley, Liam Cunningham, John Bradley, Christian Nairn, Isaac Kempstead. Right there you go. I had to get them all out. Thank you. So cool to see you. How you doing? How are you? Such a huge fan. I'll try not to be creepy. Thank you for being here. Oh, I get two. Hey! Good to see you. How are you? Yeah! Well, that's nice. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much. You know, there's one mistake I made last year. I am not going to make it again. Last year, Liam, I ran out of time before I got to ask you a question. It bothered me very much, so I'm going to start with you this year, okay? How about that? How do you feel about that, Liam?
Yeah. Good move, dude.
Good move?
Yeah, I got a blunt machete backstage. You were going to lose a limb if you didn't talk.
Stop glowering at me, for God's sake. All right, I got to ask you, Liam, you have lasted 5 seasons. What is the secret to not getting killed on Game of Thrones? What is it?
All right, let me tell you, those two boys down the end there have got a sick sense of humor.
Yeah.
They're like the, you can compare them to the heads of the 5 families in New York.
Right, like?
You get a phone call to go to dinner.
Right.
You don't come back from that.
You have been through so much with Bran. It's just such a, Can you just do us a favor? Because the story arc for Bran is one of the most, Isaac, you have been through so much with Bran. It's just such a, Can you just do us a favor? Because the story arc for Bran is one of the most incredible, I think, in the entire show. Can you summarize for us his arc, his story arc?
It sort of started off as this happy-go-lucky kid, and it's all looking great. He likes climbing walls, and then he sort of catches a bit of incest.
Yeah.
Straight out the window.
Yeah.
There go the legs.
Yeah.
And then, all right, you know, his family have now left, one hurdle after the other. Thinks he can move on, then his house gets burnt down. He has to leave Winterfell. Starts having these weird dreams. Meets some strange guy from his dreams who he's never met before, who tells him to go north to some tree cave. He has to send his brother off. Makes it up north. Oh, we're near the cave, that's great. Then some zombies come and kill everyone. Get in the cave. It's like, right, okay, we've been through the wars now. We're safe. And then the entire army of the dead come to the cave.
Yeah.
Hodor's gone. Has to leave the cave. Meets his weird half-zombie uncle who's been missing for 6 seasons.
Yeah.
He then leaves him again, and then we find him at the wall, very confused and traumatized.
It's a typical adolescence, I think.
Réservez votre voyage.
Gwendolyn Christie, Alfie Allen, Sophie Turner, Natalie Emanuel, Jacob Anderson, Conleth Hill, John Bradley, and Isaac Hempstead Wright. Sorry, we'll switch. We'll switch real fast. Look gorgeous. Here they are.
Oh no. Hey, I'm spinning.
We have so much to talk about, and I want to make sure we cover everything. First of all, this is not just a mania in the UK or in this country. This is worldwide. Liam, you said that the cast had a chance to experience how insane it is. You were at a soccer game in Spain.
That's right.
Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
This is where you got a sense of just how truly global this madness is.
Overwhelmingly global, yeah. We were in Seville, filming in Seville in Spain, and we were invited, very kindly invited along to a wonderful football match at Barcelona, one of the biggest games in the world. We were in the hospitality suite, which they had repainted.
How's it go? Lead him. La, 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 la. Very good. We're mostly good, but some of you were awful. I just want to make that clear. One of the unique things about Game of Thrones is that we've watched all of you, these performers here, grow as actors and also just grow. We actually have some
I didn't.
You did fine. Pretty adorable footage. Take a look.
Oh god.
Game of Thrones has been such an education for me in everything. I've become an adult on this show. More than anything, the friends I've made on this show I will have for life.
Oh my gosh, I am in medieval times. I'm not in 2009 anymore.
I've never done anything like this before. Oh no!
It's my first ever filming of anything. I've loved getting in costume, walking about with a massive cloak and a sword. That's been the most fun thing, it's just pretending to be in this world.
Can't wait to see what more will be like. Take one donut, take one.
Me and Maisie are best friends on set. We met in the auditions.
I'm not supposed to leave the column anymore. Father said so. Father said so.
We get on really well in real life.
I think we're going to be friends for a long time.
The most fun I had was working with Sophie. She's my best friend. I mean, like, who else gets to go to work with their best friend?
My favourite day on set would be the day that I was reunited with Maisie. We couldn't keep it together.
Try and resist each other.
Oh, you got that?
This has been not only a family to me, but I've grown up with these people. I've changed so much as a person.
Game of Thrones means my 20s. It's a decade of my life.
Keep doing what you're doing, straight along and up, yeah?
It's going to be brilliant doing this all the time, not knowing that this is going to end, that we'll come back and we'll do it again.
So embarrassing.
What are you doing?
That was adorable.
This is horrible.
That was lovely. What are you talking about?
Moving further south down the map, we saw Brienne have a little moment with a few different people at Winterfell. Can you kind of talk about what's her perspective now as we kind of prepare for the wars to come? I mean, like, what does she kind of see as her main duty going forward in this season?
That's a very interesting question, because as we see Brienne back at Winterfell, we see that she's with Sansa, that she's there in place, and it feels like she's going towards consolidating her oath. And so what I think we'll see throughout the season is actually Brienne starting to question what received authority is and take on more of an independent decision-making process.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I like
Where did you get that?
Okay.
Where did that come from?
It's straight my foot. It just came out. I tapped my foot. I've had this thing fitted. I tapped my foot, and then it's
I think it came out of another part of your anatomy, but however. Go ahead, sir. I'm all ears.
You're saying she's beginning to be more of an independent thinker.
Yeah, I think so, because I think we've seen Brienne being an incredibly honourable character, but one who has operated from a received sense of what honour is. And now in the world is not at all as she expected, and there's no one's clear as to whether they're good or evil, and that grey area means that there's an increasing decision-making process that happens moment to moment.
Well, and speaking of not exactly what we expected, we left off with Sam last season. Yeah. A glowing sunlight kind of coming down. It seems as if things were going to go great for him. The montage of, we'll call it the montage of crap. I think we can say that here.
The crap montage. It was great. It was fantastic, wasn't it?
To talk about kind of like beginning with him at that point this season. It feels like here's someone. I feel like Sam has been through so much already, and even so, that was difficult to see. What's it kind of like for him being in this place where it's clear that it's not what he was expecting? And
Sam, because he's been such an outsider all of his life, and he thought that when he got to the Citadel, he'd be in a place where he was accepted for the first time, where people take his passions and interests on board and do believe in the importance of applied knowledge in academia and the fact that it can be a very useful tool in somebody's arsenal, maybe. The fact that they can use this knowledge that they've amassed over thousands of years and apply it. And he gets there and he finds that people aren't necessarily of the same mindset of him. And maybe he feels just as much of an outsider there as he does anywhere else. And that montage, that's what I love the most.
I just like
leave us alone. We're trying to talk. Can't you see we're trying?
Not what I'm playing.
Yeah, but it's what's happening.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see where that frisson goes. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
I'm looking forward to it. I've put in a couple of seeing possibilities and stuff. I haven't heard back from the guys.
So much more to see this season. Game of Thrones cast. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Stick around for more at the Entertainment Weekly cover. Meeting a character he's. Welcome to the Entertainment Weekly coverage of Comic-Con 2017. Very excited to be here with some members of the cast of HBO's series Game of Thrones. Thank you all for being here. We just saw the season premiere of Season 7. A lot of things happening. I want to kind of start off, though, all the way up north in the frozen wasteland. Bran he's been on a real journey these last few seasons, going all the way up. I loved, that scene. He's both meeting a character he's not met before, there at the Night's Watch, and the implication is he's kind of returning to Westeros. What was it like, kind of filming that sequence? His return is sort of.
How does it feel to live my dream?
Closer to home.
Nobody sees, nobody knows. We are a secret, can't be exposed. That's how it is. That's how
I've only gone to the exercise for a good couple of months, so a bit of a shock to the system, but yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it actually. I used to do football, and I found it too cold and miserable, so I went and did a drama group. It's bizarre. It's really weird to think of all these Twitter followers and people just recognise them straight away. It's great fun. I love it. You wouldn't think it could get anything above. I can say with storyline is really starting to you wouldn't think it could get anything above. I can say with confidence that this season will be what we call it. There's going to be a lot of things starting to tie up. The brand storyline is really starting to affect the whole world and start coming to its own. So it's a big season for us.
Forget the things that can happen in the mirror. There's just things at the post all day, which is just...